Hello everybody, welcome back to When Down Syndrome Meets Autism. My name is Brandy and today is going to be video number 2 in our travel series. And today's video is basically going to be about how we qualified to be a Wish family and qualified for our amazing, wonderful, magical week in Orlando, Florida. And every organization that I mention, I'm going to link below. And that way, all you have to do is click on that link and you can go directly to the site, fill out the paperwork, and get your ball moving if you want to do that. So I honestly, whenever I heard the words Make-A-Wish, Wish Child, things like that, I automatically thought of children with cancer. And I thought that those organizations were only open to children that had some form of childhood cancer and possibly some form of terminal childhood diseases. But I was at Dale's well child check with his pediatrician, and we've had the same pediatrician since Dale's been 18 months old. He's amazing. He knows us just like family. So the doctor mentioned to us that we possibly could qualify as a Wish family and Dale could get some sort of life-changing wish. And that kind of floored me at the time because I had never thought about anything like that before. I mean, like I said, I'd always thought of wish-granting organizations being for children that were massively sick. But I didn't think, I guess I never put Dale in that category. So he suggested that I contact the Make-A-Wish organization, which I did when I got home. And I was amazed at how quickly everything worked. I mean, they really have that process streamlined well. So I went ahead and filled out just the little questionnaire that was on their website and sent it in. And the next day, I got a call. I'll never forget, I was at breakfast with my dad, and I got the call right then and there. So it hadn't even been 12 hours since I filled out the form. But I did find out from Make-A-Wish that Dale did not meet their criteria. But even though he didn't meet their criteria, they went ahead and gave me the names of a few other wish-granting organizations. And I was floored to find out there's like 250 different wish-granting organizations in the United States alone, which I thought that was fantastic. Because every child deserves a stress-free week, especially kids that go through a lot of poking and prodding and hospitalizations and testing and worries and all of that stuff. So they gave us the name of a few other wish-granting organizations, and at the very top of the list was a wish-granting organization called the Dream Factory. And their criteria was a little different. So I found that there wasn't a Dream Factory local to us, but there was one about an hour and a half away. So I contacted them, and again, the very next day, she called me back. We went through Dale's medical history. She got some information from Dale's doctor, and lo and behold, he qualified. And I was just speechless at that point. So I was so happy. And one thing that made our case a little tricky is that Dale's nonverbal. So they had to make sure that whatever we did was something that Dale wanted, not something that we wanted or something that we wanted for Dale. And we came up with a few different ideas, one being some sort of a pool at our house because Dale loves the water so much. Another one being the beaches resorts in the Caribbean because they've got Sesame Street. And another one being going to Disney World, because Dale absolutely adores Snow White and Minions and SpongeBob and some of the other characters that are centrally, I guess, located in Orlando. So we went through and we went back and forth for a while, and we decided on Orlando. And we ended up having a little meeting with the intake coordinator at the Dream Factory, and we went to one of Dale's favorite restaurants, and they got to meet him and they got to talk to him, and it was a really great experience. And about a week later, I think it was, they called us and they already had our date. And you know, I just assumed there would be a long waiting list of kids waiting for wishes. But it was just like boom, 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 boom. I mean, I was amazed. It was like a miracle. So we decided that we were going to go to Florida in February because Dale cannot handle the heat. And with the medications that he's on, it's not good for him to get overheated like that. It could be deadly. So we ended up going in February, and we got our date, and we got all the information from the resort, and we got more information from the Dream Factory, and found out we were going to be staying at a resort called Give Kids the World Village. And this is a storybook village that is just for children on wish trips. And it was the most amazing place I've ever been in my life. I still get teary-eyed just thinking about it, but this place changed our lives. And I will link it below as well because it is amazing. It is just amazing. They really go out of their way to make sure from the moment you arrive to the moment you leave, you don't have a worry in the world. They even have little golf carts driving around day and night to drop off bagels and cookies and lemonade and ice cream. So all you have to do is run out of your little bungalow house, grab a couple chocolate chip cookies, run back up to your porch and sit there and relax. It's just, it was amazing. It was a great place. So once we decided on that and we decided on the dates, they set up a going away party for Dale. The going away party was at Dale's favorite restaurant, and it was scheduled for the day before we left. And it was basically to get Dale excited and the family excited for the trip. And at this point, we'd filled out loads and loads and loads of paperwork. We'd given birth certificates, marriage licenses, insurance for the car rental, driver's licenses, just anything that you can think of like that. So we got all of that done, all of our I's dotted, all of our T's crossed, and we went to the party. And I was just, my chin hit the ground when we walked into this restaurant. My parents were there, and my best friend was there, and one of Dale's developmental coordinators and her son, which is one of Dale's best friends, was there. And it was all of the people that without them, we would have never made it this far. We would have never been able to take Dale on a trip like this. So everyone got to be there and celebrate with us and give Dale good wishes and hugs and kisses, and it was just great. It was just amazing. And they had these big Mickey balloons and big SpongeBob balloons and all of this balloon bouquets across the table. And then they had gotten Dale gifts too. And they'd even gotten us new luggage, because they did tell us, and this is one big suggestion I have to any family that's going on a wish trip, take an empty suitcase. When they told me to take an empty suitcase to bring home all of our souvenirs, I thought they were insane. Because, you know, I worked for American for a long time. I've done a lot of traveling in my life. I've never filled up an empty suitcase when I've been on vacation. This time we did. I was amazed. But anyways, Dale got his favorite food, and he really ate and enjoyed it. And we got him a milkshake, and we were enjoying the party. And next thing I know, they start giving Dale these gifts. And they found him all these gorgeous Mickey t-shirts and Goofy t-shirts, Buzz Lightyear t-shirts, Snow White storybooks. They bought him this beautiful storybook because I can read him stories, and I've always read him stories before bed. And it was all of the Disney stories that I could read him while we were there at Disney World. It was just amazing. So we got all of that taken care of. We got all sorts of pictures taken. We went home, we packed, and the next day we left. And the whole process was just painless and streamlined and amazing. I know I've said amazing like a million times during this video, but this organization changed our lives in a way that I never ever dreamed possible. They made us feel like a normal family for a week. And we were able to go to a resort that was geared specifically for children on wish trips, where nobody stared at us, nobody gawked at us. We were just like everybody else while we were there. We spent a week in paradise in the sunshine with our son as a family. His grandmother got to go, and it was our first big family vacation like that. So we got to fly, we got to stay in a hotel, we got to visit Disney World, we got to visit SeaWorld, we got to visit Universal Studios, we got to go to all sorts of parties. Dale met Mickey, Dale met SpongeBob. I spent the whole week in tears because I was so just, it was a miracle to me. It was a miracle to watch my son light up and hug SpongeBob SquarePants. Was just the best thing I could ever imagine. So it was just it was the best week of our lives. I will never forget it. I mean, I think beyond Dale being born and a few of the other major events in our lives, I can honestly say that dealing with the Dream Foundation was the greatest gift. And I said Dream Foundation, I meant Dream Factory. They gave us the greatest gift. And even now that we're back from our vacation, they still check up on us. And a couple weeks ago, we went to the annual picnic that they have for all the local Wish kids. And they had this big picnic, and it was like a pirate picnic. They even had pirate ship cruises and a scavenger hunt and gifts for the kids. And all the kids could get together and play and have a good time. And then on top of that, they surprised us with tickets to our Major League Baseball game. And Dale loves going to minor league baseball games, so I think he's just going to absolutely love going to the Major League game. So that was such a huge surprise. They're just such kind, loving people. And I was so happy. I think of all of the hours that I've spent sitting on Dale's bedside, holding his hand when he's been in the hospital, worrying that he's going to die, worrying that he's not going to make it through the night, worrying about this medication and that medication, therapy, school, delays, reactions, things like that. Being able to go away for a week and not worry and not even think about any of that stuff was the greatest gift. And for Dale to be able to go and have fun and be a kid and be just like every other kid in the world, it was just the greatest gift I ever could have asked for. So everybody from the Dream Factory was just absolutely fantastic. And I hope that if any of you would like to qualify your children as Wish Kids, that you have a wonderful time and very good luck to you. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me below or email me, contact me through social media, however you want to do. I would be happy to give you any sort of heads up or any information that I can. Anyways, I hope you have a great day, and thank you for listening to me babble, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.